Hola beauty amigos, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming back at you with another wear test. I know, super exciting. I'm super excited. So this product has been everywhere lately. It is the Nars Longwear Radiant Foundation. I decided to get a sample of it at Sephora because I have heard oily people talk about it, combo people talk about it, dry people talk about it. And since it's supposed to be a radiant longwear foundation, that's pretty rare in the foundation world that we have those two words combined. Don't even get me started on my little mini background I have going on here. My best friend Rose is awesome. She has a lot of stuff she used for photography, and she had some little furniture that she wasn't using, so hence the shelf and my little blue and white decoration. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about that before I get carried away, and let's just jump into the wear test. So unfortunately, I don't know the shade that I got because the girl who helped me out at Sephora, I don't know if she was having a bad day, I don't know what was going on, but she didn't really help me out that much. I don't know what shade this is, but it's one of the lighter shades, and it does have a bit more of a yellow undertone because I'm very pale but still have a little bit more yellow in my skin. I apologize that I don't know the shade, but I'm just gonna go ahead and try this out on my face using my L'Oreal Beauty Sponge as I usually do. Oh, I almost forgot to apply primer. Oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. I'm gonna use my Marc Jacobs primer as I usually do. Let's just take a pump of that all over the center of my face. So now that I let the primer dry down, I'm gonna go ahead and dip into the NARS foundation with the Beauty Sponge as normal. I took about that much right there. It's not very much, probably looks like a little bit more in the camera. And let's see how it covers. The comparison that I have going on so far, and just that little bit that I took on the end of my beauty sponge, covered all this really well. And there's even still a little bit remaining that I'm kind of patting onto my nose, but look at that redness and look at that side. Like that, you guys are in super high quality now, so you can see everything going on my skin. Wow, it looks really good too. It looks lifelike. It looks so natural and skin-like, and my skin still looks, like it says, pretty radiant. It doesn't look dewy, it looks radiant, which is really cool. I didn't even dip into the actual pot that has the sample. I only dipped onto what was on the lid, so that's insane. A little obviously goes a very long way. What the face looks like now that I put the foundation on my entire face, and it looks so good. Holy moly. It looks like skin. I look like I'm still radiant. Like, my skin looks more radiant than it does just naturally by itself. Like, I just put fresh moisturizer on it or something, which is crazy. And then I had some more heavy scarring going on right here from recent breakouts. And I took just a little bit of product and I dabbled like a second layer onto that little area right here, and it looks so good. As like a second layer, you can't tell at all that I put more product concentrated right here. I can't stop looking at myself. It looks so good. It looks really good. So that's a good start. Good start. For the full coverage effect, it still has such a radiant finish, very skin-like, and you look nice and healthy. You look smooth. It smoothed out my pores. Like, I really cannot see the huge pores that I have around my nose and on my actual nose. So the fact that you guys were zoomed in and you could actually see that, I mean, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Go ahead and apply all the other products over top that I would normally apply, and I will come back and tell you what I think and show you how it looks. Alright everyone, it's been about 10 hours since I have put the Nars Radiant Longwear Foundation on, and I am so amazed. So it's supposed to be 16-hour wear. I unfortunately do not have the time and the daylight to do 16-hour wear tests, but I'm at 10 hours currently. As far as my own opinion, without looking at the claims, I got a little bit oilier than of course I was 10 hours ago. I mean, I'm super oily. If you don't know my skin type, that's like inevitable for me. But I got shinier on my forehead overall, but it doesn't look gross. I just look shiny. It doesn't look like a buildup of a bunch of oils. And then I didn't get as shiny on the sides of my nose as I usually do. I mean, there's a little bit of dewiness there, but it's not really oily, which is really, really good. As far as my cheeks, this area usually gets pretty oily. It's clearly oilier than earlier, but it looks healthy. And then my chin isn't bad at all. The main thing that I noticed that right now is there's no patchiness. So I know you guys have seen in my last videos, I always have patchiness issues. It always starts wearing off in certain areas, and you can see my redness peeking through in random spots, and it starts looking cakey. This still looks like skin hours later. The only places where it started to crack and cake are right here in the crevice of my nose right here, and a little bit in the crease of my chin, but nothing really, really bad. And something else that I noticed about this foundation is that when I had little like itches on my face, I would like scratch it with my nail here or like pat it with my finger, and I usually always see like a good amount of foundation come off on my finger and smear like this far into wearing it. But this one didn't do that. This one still feels smooth, and like I can rub the side of my nose even where it's oily, and there's no trace of foundation left on my finger. So that's a big bonus, because no foundation doesn't wear off on my finger like that. So overall, it's looking really skin-like, really healthy. It doesn't look cakey at all. It's not patching off. Even though I look oilier than earlier, I look shinier than earlier, it still looks good. And if I were to just blot myself a bit, I would look fine. Go over some of their claims here. So on the Nars website, I'm just going to read their benefits. The first benefit they have listed is, it says 16-hour fade resistant wear. 16 hours of fade resistant wear with medium to full buildable coverage, transfer resistant, sweat resistant, resist oxidization, so color stays true all day, stays fresh and vibrant as if just applied. So I don't know if it's 16-hour wear, like I said, I won't be testing that today, but medium to full buildable coverage, I fully agree with both those points completely. You saw in the beginning, it covered all of my stuff like a dream, and then even on select spots where I went over with a second layer, it looked just like skin. It did not look like I built a second layer on top. It says stays fresh and vibrant as if just applied. I wouldn't say it looks like you just applied it this far into wearing it. Maybe if you had a different skin type. I definitely got oilier, but it does not look bad. The foundation did not break up, nothing like that. Transfer resistant. I talked about my finger and how it doesn't smudge onto my finger even though I'm getting oilier. And even though I've worn it for 10 hours, I don't see it smearing all over the place or anything like that. Now, I didn't test to see if it comes off on clothes. It may still come off on clothes, but the fact that it doesn't smudge onto my finger that easily is a really good sign. So the next benefit, it says full powered radiance, instantly provides a lasting radiant finish. Skin optimizing complex, a blend of raspberry, apple, and watermelon extracts helps support skin elastic fibers to smooth and improve skin's texture over time for optimal radiance. So that's supposed to be a long-term benefit of using this product. I obviously can't tell that, but what I can say is it does give you a very radiant finish, and it's weird that it's so long-lasting, but yet it gives you a really healthy and pretty much glowy finish from the get-go. Full coverage without the weight. I don't even have to read that one. It is full coverage without any weight. Like I've said a million times, completely skin-like. Even with a second layer on certain spots, I couldn't tell. It was undetectable. It just has a beautiful finish, and it doesn't feel like I'm even wearing anything. It doesn't even, like, to the touch, it doesn't even feel like I'm wearing anything. Last benefit, perfectly matches skin tone. It says a unique combination of translucent base with micronized amino acid coated pigments and mineral tone balancing powders that mimic skin's tone, fusing with skin for the closest match. They have 33 skin matching shades to fit all skin tones and undertones. So they do have a good shade range going on. I did notice that. And it does, this shade in particular matches me perfect. I don't see any separation between my face and my neck. This color was perfect. I wish I knew which color she gave me. That, you know, that would have been awesome to tell you guys. But overall, it sticks to its claims. Like a Radiant Longwear Foundation sounds too good to be true alone. But I think it's totally worth the price tag of $49. It's beautiful. I didn't notice any irritation in my skin. It looks amazing hours and hours later, especially for one of the oiliest people on the planet, which is myself. And yeah, it just looks really good. I want to wear it some more because I want to see if it ends up breaking me out or anything like that. But as of right now, completely approve. I give it like 10 million thumbs up. And I'm excited to see what you guys think. So be sure that if you like this video, you give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you've tried this product so you can help others out and tell them what you think. Or leave a comment if you want to try this product now and what type of skin you have. And be sure that you subscribe to my channel before you leave. And be sure to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat if you like to see more of my life and more makeup looks that I do behind the scenes. Again, thank you for watching. Adiós.